right, ladies and gents, this video is for those of you guys who missed the 3-hour testing live stream that we did at the drop of the update a couple hours ago. So we picked up this new uniform for Hyperion, which gave him a significant upgrade over the one he got previously. Got the uniform to Mythic, and we played around with it for maybe like 45 minutes or so, which gave me a good idea of how good the character has become. And just like Wolverine, I'm seeing anywhere from a minute to a minute and 15 seconds against Null and Mephisto when compared to the previous uniform. Now do keep in mind that this was a 750 normal uniform and this is now a 1050 premium uniform, so right away the tiers are different. And also this one is at legendary versus this one which is at mythic, but still, I decided to test them out because it's the only uniforms you have available. And honestly, this one is significantly better. Like, Hyperion is so much fun to play. And on top of that, if you were thinking about getting him to tier 3, I think it's a good idea if you like the character and you are going to pick up this uniform and invest in him, because his tier 3 is actually really strong from what I've seen. Now, the tier 3 itself, it looks basic as hell. And also the text that they put on here is super basic as well, but it hits really hard. I will say, make sure that when you do his tier 3, you pop his 5th skill, because I noticed that when you pop the 5th skill and then transition into your tier 3, you get more damage because of the accumulation, obviously. So if you pop your tier 3 and you don't see that much damage, it's probably because of the fact that your accumulation was not up. However, the great thing about a Hyperion in this uniform now is you can keep the accumulation up pretty much all the time. The accumulation lasts for 8 seconds and the skill itself is on a 15-second cooldown time. However, we all know if you max out your reduced cooldown duration or your skill cooldown, you can cut this thing in half. So basically every 7.5 seconds, 7.5 seconds, you can put this thing up and it's a buff that lasts for 8 seconds. So it gives you accumulation that lasts the entire duration of the fight. Now, one thing that really sucks about Hyperion's uniform is actually some of the options in here. This Herald of Thunder uniform for Thor is still the best one he has, so that's fine, but the fact that they put the old Captain America uniform in here, that sucks, especially since this is the attack slot. And then if you keep going, Proxima is great. Proxima is one of the best characters in the game currently, so we're not going to talk about that, but this one really is gonna irk a lot of you guys. Yeah, Blade, yikes. And then it just gets even worse. They put Iceman in here, so the 2 attack options have really bad uniforms, and the last one is just absolutely terrible. Like, no free to play. Well, to be honest, most free to plays won't have Hyperion, but if they do get Hyperion and get this uniform to Mythic somehow, having to get Bobby Drake's terrible X-Men blue uniform to Mythic to get more attack is just yikes.com. Anyways, that's what they decided to do. Just wanted to point that out. That's kind of yikes. Also, do keep in mind the test that we did for Hyperion, actually not just Hyperion, all of the characters that we tested, they all had invincibility obelisk, every single one of them, because where they currently are, they were just really bad. Cap had a CTP, but the CTP that we have on him didn't even proc once in the testing that we did, because Cap is actually very tanky now. He's very safe now in the new uniform. You might be wondering why I'm wearing this one. Just because I'm leveling it up. I'm trying to get all of Cap's uniform to Mythic, and this one is pretty close. So once we do that, we're effectively done with leveling up Captain America uniforms. Anyways, back to Hyperion. So the way how I've been playing him right now, just because I don't have a damage proc on him, I basically just went 3 for the buff. Then I use 5 because of the fact that that has the accumulation and that has him standing in the face of the boss. And then we just get to accumulate damage, and then we pop off the 4th skill, which looks really cool. He makes an X for some reason. I don't know if he thinks he's an X-Men all of a sudden. And then the 2 skill is actually pretty cool because he gets to teleport behind the enemy. He does have paralysis, and I like that beam. I don't really use that too often. The 1 skill I think is a little bit better because it's an iframe, but here's the thing. Hyperion is a character that you want to get hit with, so it's actually not a bad idea to use the 2 skill, because like I said before, you're going to have your accumulation up for the majority of the fight, pretty much the entire fight. So if you can soak up a bunch of damage to make it so that when you get into your tier 3, you can hit for the hardest amount of damage that you could possibly hit for, it's not a bad idea. So you might want to skip the one skill, even though it's really safe. It's really good for PvP, this skill, just because of the fact that it's just a low cooldown. And you can see that even after he lands, he's still in an iframe until he like regains his posture. That's actually really cool. Anyways, let's jump in. Let me show you guys how Hyperion does, and then you guys can leave me your thoughts. Yo, he's hitting so hard, it's not even funny. Yo, he's actually hitting so hard. It's actually crazy. Like, he definitely looks stronger than the other two. Now, do keep in mind, he has his own attack lead. So he's using double support. But like, compared to the other characters that we've been testing, he's hitting so much harder. Wow, no caught me just in time to slow me down. Otherwise, we would have pushed phase here. Yeah, he caught me. You need a comparison between him and Supergiant? Sure. Do keep in mind that awakened characters have a significant advantage because of the fact that they start off the game with their ultimate skill. Do keep that in mind, but we can do that. Supergiant, 8 seconds. There you go. Just for you. Tier 3s and awakened characters are built different. And also, Supergiant has a judgment. He does not. He doesn't even have a proc, bro. He just has a regular invincibility obelisk. Okay? Just keep that in mind. It's just a regular invincibility obelisk. Because all he was good for before was just Alliance Conquest as a body and a leadership. I'll show you guys. My Supergiant just has a regular judgment. All right, let's see. We're gonna go 3, 5, get hit, spray, and go 4. Then we're gonna go 2, 1, 3. The long cooldown on 5 is just killing me, man. It's gonna be the death of me. Okay, finally, there we go. You have to set things up. A lot of work to set things up perfectly with this old uniform because of the long cooldown on the 5th skill. With the new uniform, you can keep the accumulation up all the time. With the old one, you only have 8 seconds, and that time we didn't get hit, so we didn't do that much damage. It's easier to stock up on the accumulation with the new uniform. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna pop this. Okay, he hit me, and then this time we should do some decent damage. Yep. Yeah, so pretty much he stays the same in one regard. Like, you absolutely need to ensure that when you use your tier 3, that before you do that, you pop your 5th skill so your accumulation is up. Like right now, my accumulation is not up, so it would be pointless for me to use the tier 3. I gotta make sure that I put up the accumulation first, and even then I didn't get that much damage that time. No idea why. But it would have been way less if I didn't. Yeah, so he's significantly slower. We go 3, 5, blast away, and we go 4. We'll use 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. Yeah, definitely better than Wolverine just because he has his own lead. But then again, he's a universal type, right? So he's doing extra damage. Scratch what I just said. He's doing extra damage versus Wolverine was like suffering the penalties of being a combat type going up against a blast type. But yeah, he's hitting. We really can only be at this point. I think the first thing that we should be doing for all of these characters is testing them against themselves to see where they're coming from and where they are now. And then after that, we can start measuring them against other characters. So that's what I'm gonna spend my day doing today. I'm gonna just really sit back and just see where all these characters are now versus where they were. I will say they did for Hyperion what I wanted them to do for Blue Marvel. Because Blue Marvel's tier 3, it looks really cool, but it doesn't do that much damage. Whereas Hyperion, his tier 3 hits really, really hard. Like, it's crazy hard. Did they add? Nah, Black Panther is still kind of garbage, bro. They did not add Phoenix Black Panther. Sad times. I think they're gonna wait until Black Panther 2 to do another Black Panther uniform. Oh, we broke him this time. Okay, so we're on the ball. I'm glad I redid this. Huh? I expected more damage than that. I hit it right after. Alright, so I don't want to get him caught up and waste time, so we'll do that. Hey, 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 it's Fat Albert. Hey, chill, man. Okay. I want to get some... I want to get some damage taken off the fire around Mephisto. That's what I was going to say, but I don't want to get killed. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get that much damage this time, but we don't need that much to close him out. Ah, come on. Yeah, so this could have been a little bit faster. I think I messed it up at the end here. Alright, ladies and gents, so that's going to be it for the video. You guys let me know what you think of Hyperion. And also, what CTP would you like me to try him with? Because I think I'm going to either jump over to an Obelisk and then maybe a CTP of Judgment right after because of the fact that he now deals fire damage. But I could do Energy or Rage if you guys want to see that. We could even do Greed. We could even take him into PvP. Anything is possible. I got a lot of CTP and a lot of time before the Eternals update, so I will be testing these guys extensively to see ultimately where they end up. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.